You probably heard that networking is the key to getting a job in United States. So in this video, I want to talk about how exactly you can do networking if it's all online. Let's go. There has been several case studies done that about 60 to 70% of the jobs in United States are filled through networking alone, and about 30 to 40% jobs are filled through online application. And yet we focus most of our energy and time on online application versus networking. So that's why I want to encourage you that don't focus just on online application. Yes, that's very important and do that, but also focus your time and energy on building your network, because again, everybody said that your network is your net worth, and building relationship is going to get you very far. So you are probably wondering, how do I network if I am in like sunny Buffalo, or I'm in some random town like Chico, for example, and there are people in Bay Area? Like, I'm not going to be able to do that. There is a way to do that, and of course with Zoom and online digital technologies, we can do everything online, and that's what I want to talk about. If everything you have to do online, how do you do it? Step number one is list down 100 companies. Maybe more than 100, but at least the 100 companies you want to work for. Those are your dream companies. It's like, okay, I would really like to work for these companies. So start researching those companies and start listing down the companies you want to work for. So that's step number one. Step number two is figure out what role you want to work for. It could be, it doesn't have to be the exact role you are going to end up getting a job, but what are some of the domains you want to work for, or the role? If you know the role, that's perfect. Like for example, my case, I have product management, project management, and now I'm getting into marketing tech. So probably product marketing manager. Those are 3-4 roles which I would be most interested. So list down all the roles you want to work for. So that's step number two. Step number three is go to LinkedIn, go to their company page, go to their people's tab, and then filter the people according to the one who you want to network with. Then you want to filter the results through the domain they are in: product management, program management, or marketing tech, or whatever, product marketing manager or software engineer, whatever role you are into. So filter it, and then you have list of people you can reach out to. Now here's the game-changing part. A lot of people are going to tell you that, okay, you find the people, send them a LinkedIn connect request with a note. Again, make sure note is the most important part. So you do that, send them the note or send them an email. But here's the big problem doing this approach. The people who you want to network with are like hiring managers, directors, or even the peers which probably just got a job like 1 year. They're like an entry level, they just got the job. Now imagine their state of mind. Most of you who uses LinkedIn are using it for finding a job. And so they're not really active on LinkedIn. So even if you find them and you send them a connection request, you send them an email and you don't hear it back, because they are not on active. They are not there to find a job. Their job was to find a job and they got it, and now they are no more active. The way to get to them is through their work email address. Yes, because here's the thing. Everybody who is working in United States, or at least have the tech job or a corporate job, they are going to look at their work email address first thing in the morning or sometime in the morning, and they will respond. Maybe they won't respond to you. They will at least open that email. They will get your attention. On LinkedIn, there's most likely chances they might not even see it until they open the LinkedIn whenever they have time. But with the work email, they will look at your email. Responding and not responding is a separate story. So the point is, you need to find their work email address and send them the cold email to their work email. Now you're going to be asking, how do I find that work email address? I have a solution for that as well. There are 2 tools which I'm going to recommend. Number 1 is hunter.io and number 2 is crap.io. That's a Chrome extension, which also I'll show you. All right, let's do some magic on the LinkedIn. I'm going to switch to my screen sharing mode and you can follow along. Here's our LinkedIn page. Let's go to Google because that's what we talked about. So I'm going to go to Google. This is your, company you want to work for. Again, you want to make a list of 100 companies. Now you want to go to People's tab. Okay, you found people. You want to filter it through, the location. You obviously, they have to be in United States to help to get you job in United States, unless if you're in India, filter it through India. I'm gonna make it very specific Bay Area, because maybe you are in Bay Area watching it from Bay Area, so this might help you. Now maybe you want to filter it through engineering or something like that, let's say. Okay, now these are all the software engineering. Now look at this person, senior software engineering. Now this is an interesting one, because she is an engineering manager, which most likely means that she has a team of software engineers. So this should be your person you want to network with. Doesn't mean you don't network with all these other people, because again, these people might actually help you understand the interview process, understand the interview questions they ask, understand the how the whole Google way to do things are. So you do want to do it. So create list of people who are your prime, like who are going to get you the interviews, but then also network with people who might actually help you. You can also filter it through the university. So if they went to USC and you are going to USC, another way to filter it. I mean, that's a good way to like find some common points. Now let's look at this person. She's a senior software engineering manager and looks like she's been there for 19 years. So obviously she probably has a lot of say in it. Now, how do you want to connect? So number one is you want to connect and then send a note to her. Again, keep it very, very simple. You only have 300 characters. So you want to be very mindful of what you want to say. Like I'm going to have 3-4 templates for you, which is link in the description. Go download. It's all free for you. Okay. So that's number one. Number two is you want to get her work email address. How do you do that? You go to hunter.io. This is hunter.io, and then you want to type google.com. Now look at this. It says the most common pattern is first name, last at Google. So for this person, it would be Nadia Inarksiri at Google. That is most likely her email address, her work email address. So you want to, once you send them a LinkedIn request, you also want to send them a cold email to their work email. Okay, so second tool is scrap.io. Scrap.io, it's a Chrome extension which will basically, you just have to click a Chrome extension button on the browser and it's going to find an email address. So let's go and take a look at, we know from this that is what's her email address, but you also want to go and look at scrap.io. Again, you can see, there we go. It's already found it, right? So that's what it's going to do. And it gives you a little bit more information, but this is what you need. It's an amazing tool. So this is how you get to the email. Now comes the cold emailing technique. Now coming to cold email, there's several ways to do this. I'm going to leave the templates below, link in the description. Go use them, personalize it for yourself. But here's the key thing which I want you to remember. There are different purposes for reaching out. Number one is you're genuinely reaching out to build a relationship to know more about the industry. You have a person who you are reaching out to for a specific job. Then it's a little different email. And then comes another person who like literally just got a job a year ago or 2 years ago. So you want to reach out to them and ask them like, hey, I want to understand the interview process and I would love to get some insight from you. If you go back to what I said, we spend so much time and energy on online application, and you probably heard this, you probably have done this, that you spend maybe 100 applications a day or 15-20 applications a day. So why not even send 10-15 cold emails a day to 10-15 people who you want to genuinely connect, or the companies you want to work for, or the people who are hiring for. So that's the way to go about it. In the following videos, I'm also going to talk about how to find hiring managers who are hiring for it. More to come, but I would highly recommend you to start doing this. Spend 15 minutes every day and start doing this and see the results. You, out of 100 conversations you're gonna try to make, maybe 20 or 30 will respond, and maybe 2 to 3 people will actually get you a job referral internally, which is going to be cool, which is higher conversion than your 100 application, and you might not even hear anything or just get rejections. That is it. I hope you find this valuable, and come back. I'm going to talk about how to do networking in person, how to find job positions like through backdoors, and how to find hiring managers and all the fun stuff. So subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. You gotta hustle every single day.